You know, I was kind of wrestling with the thought of what am I going to wear on my last of these vlogs, because this really is the last one. Part of me considered this fabulous creation, which I originally made these epaulettes because you can't buy epaulettes. I mean, you can, they're just prohibitively expensive. But yeah, I got that originally for Colonel Weather Balloon. I was actually going to portray him on screen. I actually shot some test footage. And I would show you a little test footage here from the test footage that I shot. Unfortunately, I was an idiot and accidentally deleted it. Oops. So yeah, that never happened. The other thing I was considering wearing was union suit. Because it's union suit weather, and I thought, you know, why not give my viewers a treat? It will be like the comedy scene from an old western. Where's the fire? I'd be like Al Fuzzy St. John. Anyway, but no, I'm wearing this instead. If this vlog were in Scratch and Sniff, it would probably smell like campfire, because I was really smart today. I didn't check before I went out, ventured out to the park that I went to. It turns out they were having a controlled burn. So, you know, at least it was educational for me. I'd never seen a controlled burn in action before, and I don't think I inhaled too much carbon monoxide, because I'm still here. Anyway, yeah, it was my last week of work last week. Actually, last week, Sunday was my last day of work, and last week I did absolutely nothing. This week, yeah, I should probably tell you about my last day of, well, my last week of work, my last 3 days of work, because there was a funny story. Because my coworker, whose name I won't say, but I had a coworker of mine and I were on break, and because we work in a park in the middle of nowhere, we're privy to the sounds of nature all the time. So, and we heard this sound, which I for the longest time I thought I didn't know what that was. I didn't recognize it as any bird call from any of my old bird call tapes. I finally figured out that that's the sound that squirrels make. So I told him that sound is the sound that squirrels make. And a day later, he's talking to another one of our co-workers. He says, the other day Mike told me about the sound that squirrels make when they're having sex, and I said, hey, whoa, 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 when did I ever use the word sex when I told you about this? And he said, well, it was the tone of your voice. And I said, you're right, I'm sarcastic for so long, I don't know how it would be any other way. I should watch that. So that was a thing that happened. And, you know, since I didn't get the response on the question and answer thing, was kind of disappointing. I'll just tell another story, and this is an old story. This is one of David Perkins' favorites. It always made him laugh, and he had a birthday recently, which it was a milestone birthday. I won't give it away, but and I was unfortunately not at his party. I should have been at his party, but anyway, it always made him laugh, and anything makes him laugh. That's one of the reasons I had him shooting my early videos, because it's like, even when I wasn't funny, which was often, I felt like I was. But anyway, yes, this happened, it was a while ago, because this concerns a CRT television that I bought at Sears to replace my old CRT television, which my dad bought at Sears back in 19 and needed to be replaced. We got this television. It was a Zenith, and the picture tube just went out completely. Just boo! It was just completely black. So we had to take it back to the Sears service center. This happened like right under the wire, because if we had sent it in a month later, it would have been outside the warranty. So we just got right in under the wire there. So yeah, sent that off to get repaired. a week or two later, I get this phone call. And I pick it up and I hear click. And I go, oh great, this is a recording. And I was about to hang up, but for some reason I stayed on the line. Just like, go ahead, sell me, you glorious bastard, you. I don't know. But I stayed on the line, and oh, I'm so glad that I did. Because the recording went, this is Sears Brand Central. Your click. TV! Click. Has been repaired. Please pick up your click. TV! Click. At your nearest convenience. And I hang up and laugh for 5 minutes straight, uncontrollably, as you do. I just had this image in my head of this old man in a dusty old repair shop, leaning over a tape recorder shouting, TV! Stereo! VCR! Anyway, yeah, about the Confirmed Bachelor's promo videos, I still owe you at least one. Because, yeah, the dramatic one, it's not working out. I'm probably not going to wind up shooting it. But I will be shooting something else, and I'm probably going to throw something else together just to give you something to see. Because I don't want that to die. Was there anything else? Oh, apart from tasting, I could have sworn there was something else. But yeah, tasting. We're going to end this in style. Because remember when I said I wanted to find some cashew juice? Well, I now have Maguari Cashew Nectar. See that? It's, yeah. It's cashew nectar. And I had bad experiences with not all of Kern's nectar, but Kern's pear nectar, which I don't recommend you ever try. It's kind of like drinking, you know, sweetened gelatinous goop mixed with sand. It's really unpleasant. And, you know, I think for the longest time I was under the impression, mistaken I think, that I did not like pears because of this horrible experience I had with Kern's pear nectar. But I was up at like one of the, you know, cutesy poo supermarkets in town there the other day, and I needed to get some, you know, fruit to go with lunch because I had, you know, apples, and I was kind of burnt out on apples. It was just like I had apples coming out my ears. So, but they had pears, and this was one of like those fancy little supermarkets, and they have like these little tags that help you identify the different kinds of fruit and the benefits of these different kinds of fruit, and I discovered the Comice pears. And if you've never had the Comice pears, they're in season right now, and I'm telling you, go down to your produce department, pick yourself up a Comice pear, and good God, it's the best pear I've ever had. They're juicy, they're delicious, and oh my God, I love pears now. I swear to you, I love pears now. But anyway, the cashew juice, well, cashew nectar. Well, I've already talked about this in length, so there's no need to. Yeah. Gire para abrir e agite antes de beber. Yeah, I think that means shake before drinking. It sounds a lot like Spanish. It's not Spanish. There's a bunch of Portuguese text on here. I'm not going to bother reading it all. And I'm not sure I like the smell of that. I'm having bad flashbacks to the what do you call it? The papaya. It kind of smells like feet. With maybe a little bit of nutty smell to it. Well, bottoms up. Okay, it tastes a lot better than it smells. I can tell you that right now. I'm not getting the dirty feet taste, thank God, like I did with the It's yeah, and just don't smell this stuff when you're drinking it. That's all I can say. I don't know. There is kind of a cashewy taste to it, but it's sweet and tart. It's fruity. It's very fruity. Hmm. It's not super sweet, but it's kind of, it's very tart. It's very, I'm trying to think of what it tastes like. It's not mango. I was expecting something mango-y from this. I was expecting something sweeter, less tart, but it's really quite tart. It's a little, not really citrusy. It's kind of, I don't know, like a really tart apple. With kind of a nutty flavor to it. It's really complex and interesting. Yeah, I actually think I like that. I mean, it's not as great as that apple black tea will be hard to top. But I do kind of like this. This is an interesting. It's almost like a blend of flavors, although apparently it's just the one fruit. So that's really interesting. Might as well look at the. Oh, it does have the ingredients in English. Water, sugar and cashew juice from concentrate, acidulant citric acid, natural cashew aroma, antioxidant ascorbic acid, thickening, xanthan gum, and preservative, sodium metabisulfite. Okay. Gluten-free. Yeah, duh. Juice! What do you expect? Anyway. So, yeah. Cashew juice. I've finally tried it, and I'm finally, like, on the precipice of my last vlog. So, yeah. This is, I guess this is the end. This is the end of this. So, I don't want to just leave you on just like a regular goodbye. So, have a little, you know, retrospective here. Enjoy. There's a cloud in the sky, and it's raining on you. Still you try to keep dry, but your troubles leak through, and you've lost all you could. Feeling sad, choose your reveries. Keep the good, leave the bad. Take a few of these, the sweeter memories. Don't forget them, please, the sweeter memories. To set your mind at ease, the truest remedies are the sweeter memories. Ollie, remind me why I'm singing this miserable song. It was a personal request from Mr. Ehrman. Well, I don't know why we ought to do anything just because he says so. Charlie, so long as we're trapped in this horrid future, he has consented to give us free room and board. It's only right that we do something to thank him in return. Not like it matters much. We're getting kicked out of this place at the end of the month. Ah, I shall miss the big trees, the bird songs, the fresh air. Not me. I can't wait to get out of this place. I won't have to go 10 miles anytime I want to wet my whistle. Well, I found it to be a nice respite from city life. In any case, it's rather kind of him to allow us to stay without paying rent, don't you think? Not like I paid rent back in '83. What do you mean? I haven't been paying rent for weeks, and I probably won't when we get back. Charles McCallum, do I understand you correctly? Have you been failing to pay your fair share of the rent? It's real easy, Ollie. All I have to do... Now pay attention, because you might learn something. All I have to do is invite Mrs. O'Malley upstairs and sit her down next to me at the piano. Then I sing her a couple verses of the Babies on Our Block. And then she starts getting all teary-eyed and whips out the hanky and says, "Now you don't have to pay a thing, dearie." Works every time. Charlie, that's horrible. Have you really been manipulating that poor old woman's feelings just to avoid paying her what she's due? I'm just giving her something she wants. There's no harm in it. Well, sentimental songs don't put food on the table. Well, I did all right for about 6 years there. I mean, they don't put food on her table. As near as I can tell, she likes cabbage and boiled beef for supper every night. There's a life full of pain and a life full of glee. So you see that the rain